Hello, beautiful peeps and babes. How are y'all today, Philly family? I'm coming to y'all, and I mostly come when I'm heartbroken, when it hits me here. It always hits me here. But I want to give thanks to LovelyTi. I watch her often. I get a lot of my news feed from her because it's positive, not negative. Um, and it's news, around the world news that, I like to kind of catch up on. So today she was talking about a rapper named Little PeeP that just became out. New up and coming rapper from New York City. I can barely swallow my spit right now because seriously, I lost a dear friend of mine not even 2 years ago due to, I want to say, prescription drug medications that were taken a little too much. But I don't even want to get on that topic. I want to talk about, actually, I lost about 5 friends now due to a combination of this fentanyl, heroin, pills, syrup, as they call it, lean on the streets, but it's cough medicine, and crack cocaine, which has been out there for years. Now, my mind is blown because these kids out here today, like T said, they're following after a lot of these rappers and the songs that they're singing, and they think it's cool to be at a party and be drinking and smoking and taking these pills. And little do you guys know, your body and system may be allergic to these pills or whatever drugs you're taking, and you can just shut down instantly. It's so sad because we just went through this same thing with the young girl named Kanika Jenkins. That just makes my heart cry when I hear the story. I don't know exactly what happened. I hear a lot of rumors about what happened, but I saw video footage of them drinking and smoking in a hotel room. And apparently, people were saying they were talking about, different pills and different drugs, but the effects that they have on young kids these days, you don't know once you start taking them. Have one of your friends, if you think you must really get high, have one of your friends or set up one of y'all video cameras, since y'all always have video cameras and phones these days. Set it up and see how you look. You would look dumb. Real dumb. It's not cool. It's killing the kids these days. Not only that, you have people out here that are not right in the head because it starts at home. If they've had sick parents, where, I had a story last night on YouTube, and a lady had been being molested and abused for 18 years. 18 years? That's a long time to have to go through that. And you trust your family members. That was a family member that was doing that to her. And her mother was allowing it, while her mother would, abuse her as well as beating her. And as she got older, of course, she was mentally messed up. And that's what happens. So it's just sad and mind-blowing, but I used to take care of kids that their mothers used to sell their bodies for drugs. Drugs, yeah. They would sell their kids' bodies like prostitutes, but they would give their babies up. That's sick. So, and that being said, those kids were sick. And they will never be right for the rest of their life. At this point, they have no trust for anyone. No one in the world. Because once you don't trust your parent, who else do you trust? And that being said, they become sick in the head. They get older. They end up on the streets. And that's pretty much where it starts. It starts with them being on the streets. Yeah, we say marijuana's not bad for us. But like T says, it is a drug. And it's addictive. Highly. Believe it or not. And it's very expensive to pay for. There's people that have lost their homes, their cars, their families over marijuana, believe it or not. Because when you're addicted to something, you make mind-altering decisions that are not right. You try to rob, you try to steal. A lot of people are out here killing people over drugs and money. And everybody always says, what's going on? That's the question. But what's going on is the Bible. What God said was going to happen is what's happening now. It's sad, but it's true. This is, excuse my French, but this is hell on earth. Paradise is there. And if y'all don't get right, y'all won't end up there. So, I mean, I'm not going to get into this because it's not all about, everybody has their different beliefs. But bottom line is, it's about the drugs and the kids these days. Like, I don't even know what to say at this point. Like, not even 2 years ago, I lost a young, I want to say family member, and he was, but friend. I used to babysit this kid. He took too many drugs at one time. He was drinking, and he did not wake up. And that's happening to a lot of these kids. You can pass out, you can fall out because your body cannot handle what you're putting in it. The reason why they're called prescription drugs is because a doctor is supposed to subscribe them to you. And when they do, they take blood work first to make sure that something is not going on in your body that will react to these drugs. Now, there's people out here that do have problems and allergies to certain drugs. And they're taking them just because they see it's cool on TV, or that a rapper is taking it and they see, oh, they're loony locked out in the head. That's you don't have to do that for fun. Fun is having good friends in your life, good family, keeping positive. You swim, you do exercises, you go out to different parks. Just hang out. That's what life is about. That's what real friends are about. That's cool. Big Dean just came in, sorry. But anyway, bottom line is, and my message is, I am heartbroken about this kid that actually died on his tour bus at the venue. So there were people actually in the venue waiting for him to come in, and they never did. Um, they they never saw him. Excuse me. I'm heartbroken. So, um, but bottom line is, I was watching T's story, and it said that one of the people that were watching this kid at the concert, um, they were waiting for him to come in, and he never came in. So they said there was a whole bunch of rioting going on and people acting crazy because they were waiting. Of course, people pay a lot for concerts, so they waiting for this star to come in. And they said when they got outside, there were police all around his tour bus with tape all around his tour bus. So just imagine how that felt to all those people who look up to this kid. I'm hoping it was a lesson learned, honestly. Okay, so again, kids, take it from me. Y'all might not want to hear what I'm saying, but try your best to not go the wrong direction. In my day and age, people drank, and yeah, they smoked marijuana. That's been from years. But this second generation under me, like 20-some-year-olds, they're in the heroin, they're in the coke, they're into mollies and Xannies. You might not think that a Xanny is nothing, but they said this kid popped 6 Xannies, and he did a video of it right before he got to the concert. So if you want to hear the whole story, try and check out LovelyTi's network. And she has pretty much the whole story and information on this kid that passed away. But all I want to do is send prayers out to his family and his fans as well, because they are like family. We all know how when you fall in love with a certain person or fan, that how hard it is if something happens to them. So I want to put my prayers out for everybody in this case, this tragedy. But it has to stop, guys. It has to stop. So I'm not going to keep rambling on. Y'all pretty much got my point. I'm just hoping that I put a message out there to some young soul that might think of popping a Xanny tonight, or a Molly, or taking some syrup, or I don't even know, because I'm 40 years old and I have medical background, but it is too much stuff out here for me to even remember. But I do know about it. I heard about it. I see what it's done to people. So, again, hopefully we can change this thing and bring nothing but love to everyone. Peace unto you all. Have a great day. And again, always keep God first and love yourself. And then you can love others. Until we meet again, love you all, Phillies fam.